Okay, so let's start our class today, guys, with our heels together and our toes apart. Okay, so stand up nice and tall, heels together and toes apart. All right, trousers up. We're just going to come out to your right side and then to your left side. And again, so out to your right and out to your left. So I'm just going to ask you to stay in the center, up and open, and then in and lower. And again, so we're going to come up, squeeze the inner thighs together, and then in and lower. Look over your right shoulder, and then look over your left. Now, as far as a quick one goes today, guys, as you've read on the Zoom invite, and also onto the emails that I've been sending out, today is triceps. And I'm going to add in some compound exercises as well, which I'll explain what they are in a moment. So it's triceps with the weights. Guys, you take your heels away and your toes facing forward. So triceps with weights, and you'll also need your mini ball as well and a mat. So if you get all your equipment, just as we go through a little mobility. One more time. You're going to lift up and lower. And I'm going to bring the hands together. I'm going to push them away. I'm going to lift up and lower. Yeah. So I'm going to come 1, 2, 3 and 4. One more time. So as you lift the arms, leave them here at the top and then come out into your lateral flexion. That's it. Over we go. Okay, now I'm just going to bring the hands down. I'm going to place them on top of the pelvis, on the ilium, and I'm just going to rock forward and back. So just to make sure that you're in your neutral today, let's just rock forward and back. There. Okay, 2 more, and then last one. Okay, and then from that position, in your neutral position, take your right arm up, and then your left arm up. Okay, take it over to your right side. So we're going to start to do a flow through each exercise. Yeah, and round. Okay, all right, taking your arms down. Take them back out into a lat raise, shoulders down away from the ears, and then flow the exercise forward and back. So bringing the back of the hands together and open. And again, so we're going to come round and open. Last time, round. And then you're going to take your right arm over the top and then your left arm over the top. I want you to keep taking the arm over the top as somebody is coming into the room. Okay, so just keep lifting up and over. And then the other side. Okay, bringing the back of the hands together. So we're going to count, inhale, exhale, last time. All right, and then you're going to take the right arm over the top and then the left arm over the top. Okay, take your arms down, circle around on the right arm and then over onto the left arm. And again, round we go. So from here, let's just set up with our posture. So feet are facing forward. Let's put some tension into our muscles, not into our joints. Okay, pulling up nice and tall. So really want you to lengthen the body. Weight is distributed between your right and your left foot. From here, I'm going to tap forward on my right, taking the weight onto my left and then to the other side. Yeah, and again, so I'm going to come 1 and then 2. Now, I'm going to take the legs so the weight is distributed between the 2. Then I'm going to come up and open and then in and lower. I'm going to do that again. But this time I'm going to, as I use my arms, I'm going to take the weight more onto my right leg. So see, I'm taking my left leg away. Yeah, in and lower. I'm going to change sides. So it's 1 and 2. And then 3 and 4. And if you want to place the foot down onto the floor, I don't mind. Yeah, and then lift up and then come down as you lift the arms. Up and then through and open. Okay, step forward on the right leg. So we're going to drive it forward and then to the other side. Drive it forward. That's it. So drive forward. Now bring your arms up. And we're going to come around to your right side and then to your left. So we're going to go into a little rotation. Round to your right and then left. Now you can take the hands on top of the shoulders and then you're going to lift over and go to the other side. Okay. All right, now we're going to go back into a rotation. So you're going to come round to the right, round to the left, then the right arm comes up, and then the left arm comes up. Okay, into a rotation again. So there's no rushing through these exercises. And as you're turning, really think about your pelvis, keeping it facing forward as much as you can and pulling into those tummy muscles, yeah? So round we go, and then round, and then up and over, up and over. Okay, now bring the hands in front of you this time. Come forward into a lunge, come into a right rotation, a left rotation, and then with the back leg, lift it up. So I'm coming on that mid-tarsal joint, I'm lengthening the leg rather than dropping the knee, and then I step back in. So I come forward, yeah? So the back leg is now bent, knee down towards the floor. I come into a rotation on my left, and a rotation on my right. I then lift up on the back leg, and then I drop it back in. So it's one, I come forward into a rotation right, and then left. I lengthen up through the back leg, and then I drop in. One more time. So I come one, so keeping the right knee down towards the floor. I need to come down too low, and then lift up, and then back. I'm going to sweep the arms up all the way to the top, and then all the way to the bottom. And again, then up we go. So now we're going to take our mini ball and we're going to place it between the thighs. All right, so I'm going to continue my mobility, but with the mini ball. All right. So my first exercise, flowing through every 3 exercises I'm going to put together into a flow. My first one, I'm going to bring the arms up, and as I do, I'm going to come up onto my heels and lower. Right, can you see? So it's difficult to talk and say at the same time. So as I bring my arms up, I lift and then lower. Now I'm going to come into a squat. Yeah, I'm going to do one of each. So I lift and lower, and then into a squat. Yeah, should we do that again? So keep squeezing the ball, lift and lower, and into a squat. Now leave the arms in front of you. Okay, now we're going to open your door. So you're going to look behind, and then the other side. And again, we're going to look behind, and then the other side. Now, we're going to put the 3 exercises together. So I'm going to take the arms up, I'm going to lift up, and I'm going to bring them down. Then I'm going to come into a squat. Leave the arms where they are, and then open door. Yeah? Okay, then go halfway. You're going to go all the way to the top. Up we go, lower all the way down into the squat. Leave the arms where they are. So you've got a lot of thinking to do here. And then round, yeah? Okay, then we go, last one. So you come up, lift up, lower all the way down into your squat. Leave the arms where they are, and then open your door, and then open your door the other side. You're going to lift both arms up, but this time we're going to come into a little lat flexion. All right, so going through our one of our back muscles called the multifidus, and there we go. As we go into that flexion, so we flex and extend the muscle, and this muscle supports our back. So when we go into that lateral flexion, the muscle now is switching on, so we don't collapse down. Yeah, up we go. And lift, open through and lower. I'm going to come down halfway, and I'm going to place my hands just on my thigh, and I'm coming into an extension and then into a flexion. Yeah. So I push away into an extension and then into a flexion. 2 more, 1, and lift up. And 2. Now I'm going to lift up all the way. I'm going to take my hands away, and I'm going to come all the way to the top. I'm going to come to an inhale, and I'm going to exhale. Now I'm going to go past my ball, past my knees, and I'm going to roll all the way down. I'm going to touch the floor, And I'm going to come back up, inhale, exhale. And I'm going to lift it all the way up to the top. And I'm going to circle the arms around. So let's combine those two exercises. You're going to come down halfway into an extension, into your flexion, take it all the way up to the top. Lift up with the arms, come down all the way down. So taking the hands with you, come down all the way, touch the floor, touch the feet, then you roll it back up, all the way up to the top. Lift through those arms, and then to finish, we come down, okay? Let's take the little mini ball, take it away, place it onto the floor as you bend your knees, okay? And then you're going to place both feet onto the ball. All right, so if you don't want to use the ball, because all I really want is the pelvis tilted, right? So if you've got a cushion or a book or something just to elevate your heels, like you feel that you're on heels, that's what I want. Okay, so let's take the arms up and open and then in and down. Now let's do it with the squat. So I'm going to come down and open and then down and back. Yeah? So down. So just by tilting the pelvis, just by lifting the heels, you're then coming into a lovely little deeper squat. Yeah? And then in and lower. Yeah, 2 more. So I'm going to come 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4. You're going to do 1 more, 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4. I'm going to keep my right foot on the ball. I'm going to take my left foot away. All right, so now right foot on ball. I'm going to come into a little squat. Now my next squat, I'm going to step out and then I'm going to step in. Yeah? So I step out. Now notice where I'm going to step in. I'm going to change the balance. Yeah? Forward. 1. Forward. If you want to make it easier, come into the side. Yeah? Out. Forward. Last time. It really sets you off your balance by coming forward. Okay, step back and go to the other side. So, left foot on, right leg away. Let's come down into a little squat. That's it. Now, next one, let's step out and then step it back in. Yeah, back in. Yeah, and again. So you step it out. Now let's play around with it. So you can step it forward. Oh my goodness, it really sets you off your balance. Yeah, down we go. Step in, down we go. Step in, step back. Take both feet off the ball. Take the feet now in around the ankles and then come into a little side bend. We're going to come down towards the floor, but we're not going to stay on the floor. So I'm just going to go at a diagonal here, okay? So same thing, just doing a side bend. I'm now going to roll down. Okay, now I'm going to walk the hands away from me. And then I've got my heels down on the floor and I'm going to lift up and lower. Yeah, and again, so I'm going to lift and lower. Okay. Squeeze the ball. Okay. Okay. I'm going to walk my hands slightly further away from me. I'm now going to come down into a bear pose. And I'm going to lift back. Yeah. Bear pose. And lift back. You've got 2 more and you're going to come back to standing. Inhale. Exhale on the exertion. Inhale down. Exhale and push up. And then bring it all the way in. Touch the feet. Lengthen up. And then come all the way to the top. Come around to the front. There we go. All the way to the top. Lift up. and lower down. Give me a side bend. Take the arms back up again. Inhale, exhale, and into that side bend. Okay, right, let's begin. Let's take our ball away and let's start on our little exercises. All right, so let's just take one weight to start with. All right, I'm going to take the weight into my right hand. Okay, into my right hand. So take the weight into the right hand. So let's begin. I'm going to do compound work. Now, compound exercises is where we work several muscle groups at once. So doing one exercise, we use more than one muscle group. You always use more than one muscle group. I'm going to target shoulders in a moment. It's mainly going to be around the shoulders, but this is going to combine upper and lower body. So from here, I'm going to come into a bicep curl. So I'm just going to curl the weight up on towards my shoulder. Yeah? Okay, you got this? In towards the shoulder. One more. Now, as the weight stays down, make sure you've got enough room behind you. I'm going to lunge back on my left leg and step in. Yeah, I'm going to lunge it back and step in. Yeah, lunge it back. Now I'm going to combine the two. So watch what I'm going to do. So I'm going to lunge it back as I step in, bicep curl. Lunge it back, bicep curl. Lunge it back, bicep curl. My last one, watch what I'm going to do. Lunge it back, take it under, step back. Now lunge back on the right. Take it under and in. Step it back, under and in. And again, step back, under and in. And again, one more. Step back, under. Now bicep curl on your left. So 1 and lower, 2 and lower. So this is all compound work, yeah? So upper and lower body working together. I'm now going to leave my arm down and I'm now going to go back into my lunge on my right. So I'm going to come 1, step in, 2, step in. Now watch the next one. 3, as I step in, I bicep curl. Yeah, so I come back into a bicep curl. So drop it back and down, bicep curl. Last time. Now I'm going to tuck it under, I'm going to catch it and I'm going to bring it in. The other side, down and through. Just give me 2 more. 1 to the other side, 2. Okay. Now take your legs up nice and wide. Take the weight into your both hands and your toes are facing into the corner. You're going to do a plie, right? Down into a plie. Now the toes are facing out because you want your pelvis down, not here. Yeah? So down towards the ground. So plie and lift. Yeah? Plie down and lift up. Down we go. And lift. Last one. Okay, now we're going to lift the weight up to the top. Weight is up there. Now I'm going to clear my elbows. I'm going to come down into a tricep and lift to the top. Now notice, down we go. And we can do this with 2 weights in a moment, but let's get this right because I see this all the time. Yeah, this is going on all the time. So elbows in, down and lift. Come on, elbows further in. Some of you are swinging those elbows out like wings. That's it. Okay, now leave it at the top. Come down on 3 plies. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah? And again. 1, 2, 3. Lift up. Tricep down. 2 more. 1, 2, 3. tricep down. Last one. 1, 2, 3. Tricep down. Okay, bring the weight over all the way and lower. Okay, jump in or step in however you want to. Take your second weight. Okay, so take your second weight. Okay, still staying on compound, and then I'm going to move on to triceps. Okay, so compound exercises are amazing and they're great for elevating the heart rate because we're obviously recruiting far more muscle fibers than focusing on one muscle group. Okay, so I'm going to take the weights together and I'm going to place them on the right shoulder. Okay, I'm going to take them over the top and then I'm going to take them onto the left shoulder. Yeah, up to the top and then down. Yeah, up to the top, not too bad, and then down. Okay, take them to the side of you. Let's take the legs out a little bit wider. Weights can stay at the side of us, and then we're going to come down into a squat and lift up. Now, actually, you can take the weights in the front of you if you want to. You can take them to the side of you. You can even take them onto your shoulders. Yeah, if you find that more comfortable. It's only adding weight. That's all I want to do is just add the weight into your lower body. All right, one more. Okay, so let's do it together. So I'm going to lift up to the top. Now as I bring the weights down onto my right shoulder, I'm going to come into a little squat. I'm going to drive it up and I'm going to take them down onto my left shoulder. And I'm going to lift up. Now some of you ladies are only getting to there. Yeah? So how about we get to there? Okay, get past that comfort zone, down, deep, and lift. We've got triceps after this, and they're going to be on the shoulders. Down, so this is your compound, upper and lower body. You can see where it's coming from, can't you? Okay, bring the weights down. We're now moving into triceps. So you're going to do one exercise here. This is exercise number 1. So you're going to take the weight up on the right side only. So this is your exercise number 1 of your 3. Okay, 1 of your 3. Lift and lower, and lift and lower. Now, it's exercise number 2. Up we go. Now your right arm is going to stay where it is. Right, stay where it is. That's it. Keep it up nice and high. Keep smiling. Pulling those tummy muscles in nice and strong. Glutes are supporting your lower back. Okay, the third exercise, you know what's coming. We go up together. Together. Okay, now we're isolating the upper body. Yeah, the lower body now is resting. Happy with its rest. All right, so you're now working through the upper body into the shoulders, mainly the medial deltoid. Yeah, so you're going to do one more. Now let's leave upper body alone. Let's leave it alone a moment. So let's bring the weights down in front of us. The word I'm using is deadlift, not roll down, right? Totally different exercise. This is my deadlift. It's not a roll down. Got my back, I'm not in a flex position, and I bring it back up. Yeah, and again, this is your deadlift. So this is exercise number 1 for the lower body. So I come down and then I lift it up. Yeah, and again, so I come down, I'm in my exercise number 1 of my triceps, and I'm going to put it all together in a moment. Okay, so my exercise number 1 is a deadlift. Okay, my exercise number 2 is a side squat right. So that's 1 and back, yeah? 2 and back. 3. This is my exercise number 2. And then my exercise number 3. Down we go and in, yeah? Take it out, step it in. Then we're going to take these together. Yeah, one more. Okay, now deadlift down slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause it at the bottom. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lovely. Let's go back to compound. So you're going to do a bicep curl, a shoulder press, weights come together and you come down into a tricep. You lift up to the top, you bring them back in, tuck the elbows in and lower, and then one bicep curl and lower it back down. Okay, so this is compound. So I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to do one more compound. All right, and then we're going to go back into the shoulders. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Your left weight will stay where it is. Now your right weight, see, I'm going to keep my elbow bent. It's going to come up into a hammer and back. Up into a hammer. So it's like I'm doing a punch almost. Yeah, into a punch position. So I'm now hitting the anterior deltoid. I'm going to do one more. And then I'm going to go over 8 on the other side. So it comes up into like a little uppercut crunch, yeah? So if you've done any style of combat classes, it's where you keep the elbow nice and flexed. Yeah, so you're not putting stress on the joints by locking them out. Okay. There we go. One more. Right. And then from there, I'm going to go into a lat raise. So I'm going to come out to the side and lower. Side and lower. That's it. Try not to swing, Some of you are throwing your weight away. If you are swinging, your weight is too heavy. Too light. Okay. And try and keep your posture nice and tall and long. Lengthen through. Okay, we're going to do 8 onto the other side. So we're going to come out. That's it. 2, 3. So this is your second of your triceps. And we're going to hit the back of the shoulders and into a little bit of upper back muscle as well. 3, last 2, and then 1. Okay, this is your last standing exercise. We come up into an upright row and we lower. So as I come up into my upright row, I bring the weights up to my chest and lower down. Weights into chest and lower down. Yeah. And again, lift and lower. Lift and lower. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, lower down, relax the shoulders away from the ears, roll down with the weights, take the weights down onto the floor, roll up and open the arms, thumbs to the ceiling and pull back. So you're stretching through the bicep, here the brachialis and the bicep. The bicep goes all the way from the scapula, yeah, right the way down from passing through the humerus and into the radius, yeah. The radius is the bone that attaches onto our thumb side, yeah, right the way down. So it just attaches just below the elbow into the radius, so big muscle. Okay, there, right. The brachialis, push back a little bit further. Okay, tricep, up we go and lower. Hold on to the elbow and then just squeeze it in. I just want you to feel, you should, within a tiny little movement, you should feel you probably feel the tricep more, the stretch more than you would the bicep. 3, 2, 1, and relax the other side. There we are. Hold it there. Nearly ready to go down onto the floor. Plenty of time. Okay, relax down. Circle around the right arm. Circle around the left arm, and we are there and standing. Okay, set yourself some space. And then we come down onto our mat. You can go have a drink if you need to. A non-negotiable, isn't it? When you should be drinking your water throughout the day. Yeah. Okay. So I'm coming down now. Come down onto the floor in a moment. So we're going to go with compound exercises and triceps. All right, so we look at the particular muscle group and then we work with several muscle groups. So trying to get to your thought process around something similar what we did standing. Okay, lift up, inhale, and then down we go. Exhale. Then walk your hands away from you, coming into your calf stretch. Come down into a little box, walk your hands away, and then coming into a child's pose. So I'm going to do a little flow with you. We've done it before. I'm going to do it at level 1 and then level 2. Okay. So I'm going to come into a box. I'm going to pull the tummy muscles in. I'm going to lower down, keep the elbows in. I'm going to inhale, exhale, and I'm going to push up to cobra. I'm going to lower it back down to the floor. Inhale, exhale, come back through into a box, and then pass back into child's pose. Okay, do it again. So come into a box, and then bring my weight forward. I lower down to the floor. Keep the elbows tucked in. I inhale, exhale to cobra. I lower it back down. Lovely cobra as you stretch through the hips. And I lower down, I bring it back into a box. I'm taking it into a level 2. Just a very short, small modification. You don't have to if you don't want to. Okay? Now, I'm coming into my cobra. Now, I'm going to tuck my toes under and I'm going to pull up into plank. Yeah, into my plank. I'm going to lower all the way to the floor in a plank position. I'm going to take the toes away. I'm going to bend the knees back to box and then into child's pose. I'm going to do that one more time when we're finished on this exercise. So it's box, lower down, inhale, exhale into cobra. Come down, tuck the toes under, into plank. Lower down, all the way down, all the way. Push back into box and into child's pose. So let's come around into a seated position. I'm going to come and face the front actually, and then I'll do it from the side. Take your mini ball and just place it behind you. Okay. You're going to take one of your weights. You take your weight into your right hand. You're going to press back into the ball, because the moment we press back into the ball, we're working through our core muscles. And remember, core muscles is everything from the shoulder girdle right the way down to the pelvic girdle. Okay, so I'm going to lift up into a shoulder press. I'm moving us through quite quickly on here, yeah, and I'm pressing away. So I'm coming into a shoulder press and a leg extension. Why am I doing both? Yeah, so I've got an upper body and a core exercise going, plus I'm strengthening around my knees as I extend my leg. So as we're lifting, you're going through the medial deltoid. The rhomboids are assisting, a little bit of tricep as well. So muscle groups are working here. I take the leg away and we work into the deeper core muscle, yeah, down here into this lower of your six pack, and it's called the TBA, the transverse abdominis. So you work the lower abdominals, the deeper core muscles, by removing the leg and taking it away. There we go. And I'm going to change sides. Okay. Now you can leave your hand here if you want to. You can have it open. I don't mind where you want to put it. You can even put it on the floor. Yeah. I don't mind where you put it. And you're just going to take it away into an extension and back. That's it. Away into an extension and back. There we go. 4 more. 1. So it's hard enough, isn't it? Just being back on the ball in this isometric position. And then to do a shoulder press at the same time. Last one. And relax in there. Okay, take that away. We're going to come down. Take the mini ball away from you. Now take it between your thighs. You're going to roll back. Now as you roll back, come straight away up into a bridge. So allowing now your hip flexors to stretch out. So when you're doing all those half roll backs or in that static position, it can become really tight here. And for some of you who are weaker through your iliopsoas, which we know as that hip flexor, it can be really quite painful, I find. I know I've built up strength, but I know a very long time ago, if I did lots of sort of ab work, it would really hurt here more than it actually hurt my abs. So it's a time, it builds up. Okay. All right, I'm going to come vertebrae by vertebrae all the way down. I'm going to take the mini ball away and I'm going to come back into that position and I'm going to take it behind me. I'm now going to take both weights into my hands. Okay, so I'm going to take both weights. So I've got the upper arm onto the floor, my feet are on the floor, and my pelvis is slightly tilted on the ball. We're going to go back into triceps. So I'm going to do 3 exercises. I am going to start working through the lower body at the same time, all right? So you can stay here if you want to. Right? Feel free to stay here. Or you can bring your legs up into a tabletop. Okay? Or as you extend the arm, you can extend the opposite leg. Yeah? So as I come into a chest press, I come into a single leg stretch. So I'm not only now going to my triceps, but I'm combining the compound exercise as well. So I'm bringing in my upper and my lower body. So multiple working groups, multiple muscle groups working together. Great for a brain fit workout because you've got to think about this. Okay, hold it there and then take up the other arm. So just begin to start to use the arm as you extend and place it back. Just again, you've got that feel of what it's like to do your left side. Right, when you're ready, you can then go back to doing your right leg. Yeah, 1. And then in, and then 2, and then in, so 3, and in. Wow, this is a hard exercise, harder on this side. Okay, again, keeping the legs, can you see where my ankle is? 2 more, 1, and 2. Okay, both together. So we're going to take both arms up and we're going to lower down. Yeah. Both arms up I'm going to lower down. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Now, should we try and do a tap down? Yeah? Why don't we try and do a single tap down? Why don't we try and do a double tap down? So how about we do a double tap and then bring it back. Tap. You're going to do 2 more and then you're going to place the weights over the front of you. Last one. Leave the feet on the floor. Place the weight through your feet. Bring the weights down in front of you. Tilt the pelvis and then come off and come away from the ball. Hold the weights, lift up through the right leg, lengthen through that hamstring and hold it there. Hold the weights on you so you've got your added weight into this glute squeeze. Okay, and lower. You've got the ball if you need to place a little bit of your body weight on there. And relax. Slide the weights off you. Okay. And then bring your knees into your chest. And then hold on there. Okay, I'm going to take my feet on the floor. I'm going to come off my ball. I'm going to place the ball between my thighs, my knees. I'm going to open my arms. I'm just going to roll out to my right side and then over to my left. Just relaxing as you come over into inhale, exhale back, and again, over we go. Inhale, exhale back. One more each side, out we go. Last one. Okay, bring the knees into the chest, lift away, head, neck and shoulders. Come up into a seated position and then coming into your half a roll back. And then just add in a little bow and arrow if you want to, or if you want to just come into half a roll back, then you can do so. All right, so you come back, half a roll back or into a bow and arrow. Play around with it just to finish off. 2 more. That's it. Last one. Okay, remove the ball. Bring yourself around onto all fours. Hands in line with the shoulders. Knees in line with the hips. And then we're just going to move the spine. And again, inhale away. Exhale up. Last one. Inhale away, exhale up. As you exhale up, tuck your toes under, push back into your calf stretch, and then just do the pedal push through the feet. Right, both heels down, and then walk the hands in towards the feet. Touch the feet, and then you roll over. Okay. And shoulders back and down. There we are. Okay, just move my back a moment. Make sure you've got a little bit of room in front of you. Okay, just sweep the right arm around and then looking over your right shoulder. Okay, then to the other side, and then look over your left shoulder.